Hey everybody, it's the Tuesday show. I'm Ultra David, that's James.
How's everybody going? It's been a while.
It has been a while, and as you can see, we have leveled up our technology a little bit, thanks to James.
Yeah.
Who is a computer, as you know.
On a couple of days that, I was just like, you know what, I'm just going to sit down and do some stuff here. And and by the way, people are going to have to listen to my air conditioner because I don't care. Because if people don't know, we are in the middle of the most ridiculous heat wave here in SoCal in a while.
It's already a record drought. It's like a 100-year drought. But on top of that, it's starting to get really super hot. So thanks to previous generations for not fixing global warming in time. Shout outs to them.
That was like a line from Jon Stewart during one of his shows about, like, just because it's snowing in your area doesn't mean that the world's not heating up. So
yep, that's right. It's pretty hot here. So it's been a while, as we said, and that means that we have a lot of stuff to talk about.
Yeah.
We don't have that much time. It's a couple-hour show. Sometimes we go over that, but even that is going to be tough to fit in all the things that we want to mention. Lots of interesting game news, new games, new announcements for games, new characters, lots of events.
Yes.
Major tournaments across the world have occurred in the past 2-3 weeks.
Yep. All right.
And so I don't know. We'll see whether we get through all this, but we'll try.
But I mean, okay, so let's just get started.
Let's get started.
What do you consider to be the biggest hype thing right now?
It's for sure Smash. There's really no doubt that it is Smash 4.
Yes.
Emo.
Yeah.
All right. But I feel like that's what a lot of people think.
Yeah, I mean, obviously, a lot of news came out. It got released and leaked early in Japan. The demo came out for Platinum members. It'll be free for everybody in like 3 days. And by the sounds of it, it sounds like you've been watching a ton of streams. And I've messed a little bit with the demo. And I haven't watched many streams at all,
okay.
But you haven't messed with the demo.
No, I haven't. So, I don't have a 3DS yet.
Oh, that's right.
I ordered it last Friday, okay? Mm-hmm. And I have been waiting for it to come. It feels like it's been forever. Like I ordered it a month ago, but it'll be here tomorrow.
Okay,
and when it comes tomorrow, I'll start working on my Mii, and hopefully it'll be hilarious in time for the demo, which will be released. So anyway, there is a demo out. If you're fancy enough in North America, but if you're not, like me and many other people, you have to wait until a demo comes out next Friday. Mm-hmm. Yeah, but if you're in Japan, or if you have access to Japanese games and systems and whatnot, it's out. The game is just out. You can play it.
Yeah.
It's real.
And I've heard it sold 1 million copies over the weekend.
That's what I heard too.
I'm not surprised.
That's insane.
And seriously, let me just take a little time out just to say how genius it was of Nintendo to release the codes to the Platinum members of Club Nintendo and give them like 5 codes. So everybody had 4 to give away.
Yeah.
So the entire social media that first day was, do you have codes? Do you have codes?
Yeah.
Do you have codes? Do you have codes? Dude, they worked the hype machine beautifully.
For sure.
I mean, seriously, great job to them.
Yeah.
So,
Definitely. So you've been playing it a little bit, the demo. I mean, obviously there are only 4 characters in the demo. Which ones are those?
It is Mario, Link, Pikachu, and Mega Man.
Yeah,
I believe. Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. And honestly, you can't do much with it. You can't change any of the rules. You can't go to training mode. So basically, all I've been doing is picking one computer opponent, put him at level 1, and then just play for 2 minutes, and that's it. I mean, free-for-all timer is the only thing you can play as. So yeah. And actually, I may even have the characters.
Also
villagers in there. Yeah, I was about to say I may have the characters wrong because all I've been playing is Mega Man. I'm not gonna lie. So.
Yeah, you haven't tried like Villager.
I tried Link like once or twice.
Yeah.
But just to see what it felt like playing a character that I knew. Okay. But outside of that, it's just been Mega Man.
You haven't tried the other new character.
No, not at all. I haven't touched Villager at all. I just haven't cared.
Yeah.
I never played Animal Crossing, so, I was just like, whatever. He chops down a tree, whatever. I just want to use Mega Man.
I mean, to be fair, I have never played an Animal Crossing either. Mm-hmm. But that's not really what I care about. Like, I mean, I don't care that half the cast is Fire Emblem, even though I've never played Fire Emblem. I don't know anything about that series. But that doesn't really matter to me, because all I care about is that they pick characters that they can make into interesting gameplay designs, and it really seems like they have.
Yeah, and it's so funny because you joke about the Fire Emblem thing. I was trying to name all the characters off for my brother just to let him know who was in it. So I pulled up a picture on my phone of the finalized character selection screen. And I was naming everyone. I got to all the Fire Emblem characters, and I was like, some dude from Fire Emblem, another dude from Fire Emblem, some chick from Fire Emblem.
Yep.
So yeah, to be honest with you, I have no idea who most of them are. So
yeah, I mean, I don't know, but the main thing is just that there are really interesting characters. Look, I haven't played Smash very competitively. I played Brawl competitively for like a month or two when it first came out, and I kind of dropped it after that. But from my very much unpracticed opinion, this seems like the characters are way more varied and have like way crazier options than they did before.
Yeah, I mean, case in point, one of the people they put into the demo, Mega Man, the one that I've been playing, he feels so different than most of the other characters that I've ever played. Because it feels like everything is a B button attack. Like, I mean, every move that he has is a move that he stole from some other character.
Right, yeah.
So it's pretty crazy. But he literally has no attack where he stands there and hits you that's, like, quick, that makes you reel. Like, his neutral A, he just shoots his Mega Buster, and it barely stuns you.
Right.
Like, he has a slide attack. His tilts are a slide. He has an uppercut. You know, like, he just doesn't have anything that feels like it's a good close-range kind of thing. So he's just, like, projectile-y and, like, I don't know. It's really weird. He feels different.
I saw a very interesting breakdown of him earlier today. The stream, I can't recall which one it was, to be perfectly frank, but cause I've been watching a lot of them.
Yeah, there's a lot of them too.
But very interesting breakdown of that character and his options and some very unusual things. Things that other characters don't really get. Like the Leaf Shield being active even when he's rolling. The fact that he has a Shoryuken, which is actually a Shoryu. There's invincibility on startup.
Yeah, you mentioned
things like that you just rarely find in Smash.
Yeah, even like, for example, his jump down A is a meteor smash, right? But he shoots a hard knuckle all the way down. So his jumping A attack, not a special move, his jumping A attack is a projectile that goes straight down. I mean, that's crazy. It's weird.
Very cool.
It's weird, yeah.
It's very, very cool. So you haven't been watching many streams because I wanted to ask you kind of which characters seem interesting.
Yeah, I haven't watched like any stream of it yet. I just haven't had a chance to. I'm not gonna lie, all the free time I've been having has been going into Under Night and Birth.
Yeah.
I have not played a fighting game this much in a long time. I'm like totally obsessed with this game. It's really weird. I haven't had this happen in a long time. It's exciting. It's fun. But
we worked it in. Mission accomplished.
It was gonna come up no matter what.
Yeah.
But I mean, obviously I want to play Mega Man, right? I want to play Pac-Man just because. See, I'm always the kind of person who likes to pick character for character's sake, right?
Right.
I also was a huge fan of just using Zelda in all the old games. Problem is, as someone beautifully put on my Twitter, Zelda's best move was down and B, which transformed her into Sheik, right? So I'm excited about her, like, because it sounds like they're doing a good job balancing the characters. Yeah. So I really want to mess with her. So those are like the three main ones that I kind of want to look at right now. But dude,
there's too many. So here's my list. I got the character select screen up, and I'm just gonna go through it. Bowser, obviously, he's a big dude. You know my feelings on those characters.
Right.
I have to look into Rosalina because I'm interested in the puppet idea.
Dude, that looks so amazing.
Baby Bowser is really interesting looking. He set out the little Mecha Koopa, and it looks like his side smash is the whatchamacall, Steely, you know, that the Koopa Clown car shoots out. You know what I'm talking about? It's like the metal ball. So it feels like there'll be interesting traps with him. He looks really good. Donkey Kong, of course, I have to look at.
And by the way, with Baby Bowser, how sick is that his alternate costumes are all the other Koopa kids?
Right?
That is amazing.
That's so cool.
Dude. And by the way, I said it to you on Twitter,
Yeah.
but good choice for best kid, by the way. Ludwig von Koopa.
That's right, that's right. But yeah, isn't that cool? And the case is the same with a few other characters, is that we can both be playing that character and still feel like we have some individuality about it.
Yeah.
Like there's some uniqueness,
Oh,
which I really like.
and don't forget about the custom moves that...
Right, yeah.
Yeah.
So we'll get into that.
so.
I agree. Zelda looks cool. She might satisfy my Dhalsim need of kind of a zoner sort of character. Palutena, kind of same thing. She looks very fast, which I'm surprised at. I played Kirby in Melee as my backup dude
Nice.
after the dock, and so I gotta give him a try.
So you're going to play the dock as well, right?
I'm definitely gonna give him a try, of course. Little Mac, if you haven't seen streams, so he is super fast on the ground.
Right.
Super fast on the ground. Great ground movement. His air is not good. Right. But since everybody's playing on these Final Destination stages, yeah, the fact that he sucks if there are platforms involved, or if he gets kind of tossed off the side, is not as big a deal.
Right.
So I think that's really interesting. I got to look at Rob, of course, the Doc, like I said. Pac-Man looks cool. Mega Man looks cool. There's just too many characters. Oh, Rob, who I played, that was my character.
Yeah, I also gotta play Duck Hunt Dog just because
the dog.
Dude, the dog. It's the dog.
The
dude.
dog.
It's the dog.
And the dog seems really good. He has these really interesting options throughout a kind of exploding can that you can sort of control.
It's from Hogan's Alley, I think. That's so sick.
Okay,
I know all the light gun games, man.
I bet.
If he doesn't have a reference to Gunsmoke, I'm gonna be sad.
Oh yeah, he does. That's
he does?
I think it's his side B.
Okay, is it that or Wild Gunman that comes out?
Oh, I'm not sure actually. That's
Wild Gunman is
question.
the cowboy. Gunsmoke is the game that ruined my vision. Because that was a light gun game that was so hard. So basically, I held the gun right up to the TV and shot it, and it flashed.
Well, I don't remember it.
Yeah.
So okay.
That game was so hard.
I also played DDD and Brawl, so I gotta look at him. Anyway, so I have to try out a quarter or a third of the cast to decide who my ultimate, character or two is gonna be. I don't know how I'm gonna do that.
Yeah, and to be honest with you, like even the massive amount of Fire Emblem characters, some of them sound kind of interesting too. So I don't know. I don't know how to pick in this game, to be honest with you. But see, here's the funny thing is I've never mained a character in Smash.
Right.
Because I've never played competitive. In fact, I was so OCD in Melee.
Yeah.
I think I've told you this before, right? So me and my brother, when we played, even picking the computer characters, we would purposely make sure that every character was used the same amount of times. Like, if you look at our record list, every character's been used the same amount of times, so we could figure out which ones we played the best, etc., and stuff like that to see who had the most wins and stuff. Dude, I've never had a main in any Smash Bros. I've always been random select, so it's going to be interesting.
The reason I remember that is because when we were doing a Smash Melee breakdown, you kind of got mad at one point that we selected the same character more than once or twice. And you were, I was like, we have to show something about this character, and you were like, oh.
And I unplugged the memory card.
Yeah.
Yeah. OCD, man. That's the way I am. So.
But no, it'll be tough. You brought up the custom moves before. So the way that these things seem to work is that as you're playing the game, you kind of pick up custom moves. It's like loot.
Right.
You just find it.
It's like the music CDs in Brawl, right? So.
Right, exactly. Which means it'll take a long time probably until you get everybody's custom moves.
They even said that they can drop ones that you've already earned.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So I heard Mew, for example. Remember how he did nothing in Melee? He just flew away. But apparently in Brawl, when Mew came out, he dropped a CD. And in this one, he drops custom moves, but apparently he can drop ones that you already have, so it's even that much harder to get all the custom moves. But the cool thing about it is it adds a variety.
Right.
And it seems like, I mean, obviously they're going to fail, because if they succeed in this, they're God, pretty much, but they're trying to balance them between them. So every B special move has 3 variants. Like the one that I read about was like Fox, for example, like his Up B, his Flame. One is the standard one. One goes really fast, like it doesn't have that startup, but it doesn't hit. And another one has an explosion at the end, which with a big, large knockback. So it's like safer when it gets it. You know, so they did a lot of little interesting things.
Yeah.
And so I'm curious to see how that's going to pan out. Is it going to be like Third Strike Super Arts, where it's like Chun-Li Super Art 2 and
Right.
nothing else?
Yeah.
I don't know. We'll see.
It could be like Q, who had 2 legit choices, you know. It could be like Hugo, who had 3 in some cases.
Right.
So I don't know. It'll probably be a character by character thing. But you know, so for example, like Little Mac has a B that kind of plants the opponent in the ground, like Donkey Kong Punch. And if you have that plus the KO punch lined up, you have a pretty crazy combo for him. So I mean, it's cool things like that. I'm really looking forward to seeing what all the little variations are.
I mean, the real question is, because they're so hard to unlock, is the customizations, are they going to be tournament legal? Are people going to accept this and just let it go?
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right. Yeah, I don't know. That'll be something for people to talk about. But the fact that you're playing on your own DS, I feel like that makes it so it should be legal. Because on my DS, if I have found kind of like the customizations that I want, I can always use them. Because when I go to a tournament, I'm going to be using my own thing. So it's not like I'm going to show up and like, oh, Shuma's not there. Nobody downloaded Joe. Like it's not going to be like that kind of a situation.
Well, I mean, also, you got to imagine it's all going to be exactly the same on the Wii U, right? So even when it comes out on Wii U, what's the decision going to be with the custom moves? I hope they allow, because I think that's really cool. And if they're balanced enough, I mean, maybe 1 or 2 of them might have to be banned if they just didn't balance it right, or if there's a glitch or something like that. Who knows? But I hope they give them a chance.
Yeah.
And Nintendo, you know what they should do if they were smart? $5, unlock all custom moves.
I would definitely pay that amount.
For the lazy people.
That sounds great, actually. Yeah.
And also for TOs, right?
Yeah.
I mean, then TOs would just be like, bunk, 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 and everything is free. Right. And if you have 20 Wii U's to run your tournament, that's $100 for them, you know? I mean...
That would be very nice, yeah. Oh, we didn't really talk about the Mii characters.
Oh, that's right.
You can play as a Mii. So, you know what a Mii is. You like create a little dude. Or your girl, or whatever you want, or a monster, which I'm going to work on. Yeah. Dr. Zoidberg is...
Yeah, of course. I was just about to say, Zoidberg is always the... Why not Zoidberg?
Yeah, definitely.
Oh, it's terrible, but anyway.
You get to pick between 3 different variations for your Mii.
Right. It's like gun, sword,
and brawler.
Oh, brawler.
And brawler.
Okay.
So it's like having 3 additional characters.
Right.
And again, since it's on your own 3DS, as you're going around to tournaments, I mean, you have your dude there. You can you play with your character. So, you know, it's kind of weird, and I was worried about it a little bit. But it being on 3DS, I think, has some interesting advantages in that respect.
Right.
I'm also looking forward to, you know, taking the bus to work and having my 3DS right there and just like playing it as I'm going. That sounds so nice to me.
I'm gonna start taking.
I can't even tell you.
I'm gonna start taking the bus to work now, just so I can play.
Right? Yeah.
Oh man.
Play for an additional 10 to 30 minutes.
Yeah. Exactly.
For sure. Anyway, so it's not actually out in anywhere except for Japan yet. It comes out in about a month. I think I looked this date up. I want to say it's October 3rd. Yeah, October 3rd in North America and Europe, and Australia gets it October 4th.
Yeah, and I know they said that the Wii U version also will probably come out before anywhere else in Japan.
Okay.
So, but what's interesting is I forgot who it was. Z tweeted that a lot of the Japan FGC is looking to play Smash 4.
Yeah, I saw that.
So a lot of them are planning to try to pick that up.
Right.
Dude, I tweeted this and I got a lot of crap for this, but I 100% believe it's true.
Okay.
But Smash is, like, I think is going to be the future of the FGC. If Nintendo does this right, I think Smash will be the main event at FGC tournaments.
You think at EVO? Going to be Smash holding it up?
It could be, and it could be the last game in 2015. Yeah? It could be, I mean, seriously, because
cool, whatever.
It's picking up some crazy steam, and it's also getting more support from the company than any of the other. And not only is it getting support from the company, it's getting support from a company that has money.
Oh, okay.
Right?
That's true.
I mean, a lot of the other games like Lab Zero, they can, they're struggling to make this game right now. They don't have money to throw around at these tournaments and stuff like that. But if Nintendo is like, hey, look, we can do all this stuff. But see, the question is, does Nintendo want to play ball with the tournaments that currently exist, or are they going to try to create their own and just blow everything else away?
Well, hopefully, if they do create their own, they won't make it an exclusive thing. They'll still let people play. And the question is also, what happens to Melee, what happens to Brawl, what happens to Project M. Hopefully they stay. Hopefully Melee is the Super Turbo and just hangs around forever.
Yeah.
Hopefully Brawl is the alphas, and sometimes people play them, but or maybe Third Strike, depending on so. I hope that's true. I hope to see that around still. But in the meantime, I am super stoked to get my hand on this game.
Dude.
I really am.
Yeah. I'm super hyped.
I'm not going to be good at it, but it's going to be really fun. And I don't know if I'm going to try to be competitive at it, at least as far as I can. And talking a little bit with some of the Smash commentators, they've asked for you and me to do it a little bit more. I don't know if I want to Dude, impinge on.
There's no reason to. They've got plenty of guys.
That's kind of what I think too.
So I mean, I did it for Evo 2 years ago only as a bridge.
Right.
You know what I mean? And because they wanted to make sure that top 8 had one person who had done top 8 before, you know, kind of a thing. So I had no intention of taking over. Like I said, if D1 and Prague didn't do it this last year, I would have revolted. So so they've got it covered. So
but
yeah,
Smash 4,
dude, I'm super excited about it. One thing I will add though is that playing on the DS is a little weird.
Oh yeah, okay, I was gonna ask about that.
Yeah, it's a little weird. Plus the other thing too is that, I mean, we're used to kind of having the throw button as that little Z button on the GameCube, right? For some unknown reason, they decided by default to put the shield on the right trigger and throw on the left trigger, which is opposite of what I used to. I always shielded with the left trigger, because you could shield with both of the... I
did both. I did throw, and then I did shield with R.
Oh, you actually did them both. Oh, okay. I always shielded with this.
I know a lot of people
So
do that.
it's a little weird, and you can't... But I heard you can customize it later on, and the demo you can't customize it right now. So yeah.
Okay.
But yeah, I mean the little thumb pad's a little weird for me right now. But I don't know. To be honest with you, all this is just setting up for the Wii U version.
Yeah, of course, that's going to be the main.
Yeah, that's all. Yeah. So.
All right. Well, break time.
Sure, no problem.
As you can see, folks, FGC events coming up next.
All right. We'll be right back.